Today is Sunday, January 24th, 2016. The title of this rant will be the Oregon Standoff. When and how will it end? Now, before we get into that, just a quick thing. I want to thank all of those who made comments on the first Oregon Standoff thing, both who agreed with me and for those who disagreed with me. For those who disagreed with me, who criticized the size of my nose, my liver, my not knowing the Constitution, the 10th Amendment, that I'm a pretty boy, etc. I appreciate all of the comments, but I would like to say I do know the 10th Amendment and the Constitution. What was the other thing? Who knows? And for all of those who made comments defending me, I just want to say that they were beautiful comments. I greatly appreciate it. I never could have expressed as well as you have expressed your comments in regarding the pushback that you did for me. Now, in reference to the Oregon Standoff itself, my father grew up in Oregon, raised in Oregon, then went to World War II. He used to have this saying about the independence, and he used to refer to it as men, the independence of men in the West. And that was, give us our reduced rate on hydroelectricity, give us our reduced rate on grazing on federal lands, give us our reduced rate on timber costs in federal lands, give us our reduced rate on mineral and oil extraction on federal lands, and oh, by the way, you get to pay for all of the roads and bridges that need to be done so that we can take all that stuff out of there. But he used to say there was one thing that they really didn't like, and they were very, very, let's just say, strong about this position was keep the government off our backs. So the Oregon Standoff, it's going on for 3 weeks. When will it end? My humble opinion is it probably will end hopefully within a week or so. The reasons for that is the governor of Oregon has asked that it be ended. The senator in Oregon has asked that it be ended. The county officials in that county have asked that it be ended. They have told Bundy, get the hell out of here. We don't want you. We might agree with what you're trying to do, but we don't agree with how you're trying to do it. I realize that we do not want any violence in this type of thing, but the FBI, with the Justice Department, possibly some with the White House, taking into account the Bureau of Land Management, Fish and Wildlife Services, the U.S. Forest Services, they probably have a pretty good plan that they want to follow through on. I don't know what it is. And the second thing on that is that there was some discussions on Thursday with Bundy, and then on Friday, apparently the FBI on Thursday left him 14 voicemail messages. He talked to them for about an hour. He was going to meet with them on Friday. He wanted to meet face-to-face with the negotiator. The negotiator wasn't there. He went to go see the sheriff. He was stopped by federal officials. He wanted to know if the sheriff had deputized all of them because he doesn't believe that the federal, meaning the FBI or whoever those federal officials were, had no legal jurisdiction to be there. And they said, you're not going to see the sheriff. He doesn't want to see you. And Bundy took off. So that tells me a couple things. That probably in their discussion, the FBI gauged Bundy. Bundy gauged them. The FBI knows what they want to do. And Bundy wanted to have a meeting the next day. And it wasn't to his liking because the negotiator wasn't there. And he couldn't speak to the sheriff. That basically is telling me that the terms of this are going to be set by the FBI. And that they've listened to him enough. They know exactly what he wants. There's no way, what he wants is he basically wants all of the land in the, let's just say, west of the Mississippi be given back. All of the contracts being torn up. Get rid of the Bureau of Land Management, Fish and Wildlife Refuge, what's the other one? U.S. Forest Service. That ain't going to happen. To all of my friends who talk about the 10th Amendment, who talk about the Constitution, they will all get charged and they will all get charged with big-time federal things. But my position is the FBI has a good gauge as to what they want to do and how they're going to do it. And I think that it's going to be sooner rather than later. There's no reason to continue this because the Bundy and their group, they're not going anywhere, and they're just going to do whatever they feel like doing until someone goes after them. But the question is how will it end? And I have really no idea how that will end. But I want to get into the one aspect is that they will be charged with numerous upon numerous federal crimes. They will probably not be able to receive bail. I could easily see them being in the pokey for a year or more before that trial comes up. If there is a trial that comes up, if it is in the same county where Malheur Wildlife Refuge is, most of the citizens have already expressed their opinion that they don't want them there. So they may claim they can't get a fair trial there and they want to have it somewhere else. But at the same time, there will be so many, the feds know how to do this thing. They could charge it with a couple of them, see if they stick. And then if they don't stick, then they charge it with a couple more. So they could make this go on for a long, long time. But they will be charged. They will be charged with federal crimes. Everything that they've done there has been monitored. You don't think the FBI has some drones in the sky checking out to see what's going on? You don't think that they have listening devices that they know what's going on? This will be done. That's how that they will do it. And they'll make sure that those two kids that are there, and if there are any other kids, that everyone will be safe. They'll make sure of that. But Bundy may not see the light of day for the next 20 years. And then while they get him, they might as well get his father too and put him in shackles. And for all of my friends who basically told me I didn't know what I was talking about, if you really feel so strongly about it, then head out there and be with part of that group. And let's see what you have to say 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you get out of your confinement for being part of that group. It's great to talk about, but you told me what a terrible person I was. And if you're so great, then go out there and be with them.